One. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by on this fine platform. So what we surely know and will be another 5 episode. I'm not gonna talk your heads off because I can, and I'm able. I'm letting my players do the honors for me. So players.
Hey yo, man. Hey, what's understood don't gotta be explained, man. You're talking to a fucking champion right now. But it's El Papachulo one, El Papito one, Big One, King one the fucking done, better known as one, the great.
Yo. Jay Molly in the building, man. Getting ready for another fire podcast. Let's get it going.
Man, let me go on and let this be known. You're talking to a 6-time champion, you know what I'm saying? Unlike Wanda, the great over there. You know what I'm saying? It's only your boy, man. It's only your boy, man. Y'all know who it is, man. Ladies, you know, you can call me LD, and if you know, you know. And fellas, y'all can call me Juice Shakur, better known as the Love Doctor. If I'm in this thing, if Juan in this thing, if Marley in this bitch, then that means fat, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna hold it down for you, Gorilla Pimpin'. And then it means it's only
fat. Hey, yo, fuck you, fat. But yeah, I'm sorry.
goddamn shame. It's only one player left. It's only one nasty nigga left. Player.
Sprinkle me. This gets old, man. This really does. But hey, it hit with a crown. So let me reiterate and refresh some memories. I am none other than Mr. Al Roker.
Yep.
Mr. Knee High Peach, sweet bitch today to be exact, but also Mr. Bag of Destruction. And if you don't know what all these things are equaling up to, I am none other than Von the Villain. And together we are one player short, but we are still the collective of I'm just saying 48. Fellas, let's do it. Let's get it. Oh. And y'all got to excuse me because the good wine sometimes makes my mind go into certain places, but make sure you kiss these rings, bitch, and let's do it.
I always wanted to say this. Oh, go ahead. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man.
That's what's up. Shit, I'm a little tired, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, wake your drunk ass up, man. You gotta win tomorrow.
Bro.
So you know. Man, y'all ready for this thing?
I'm ready to jump it out, but Brother Marv do the honors and go and kick us off, man.
Yeah. All right, fellas, doing shit. All right, we'll go and start kicking this bullshit. I just had a simple question for all the fellas. Where is one of the most surprising places you see a lot of bad women at, shopping or working at?
Oh, shit, easy. If you don't mind, it's work. It is work. Let me tell you why. Because I feel in the mentality, especially where I work is a necessity to all. Motherfuckers got to eat. Motherfuckers got to have groceries. Motherfuckers got to have washer.
So how could that be? How could that be a shock though? I mean, you expect it though. If you got every essential thing.
No. I'm saying it's a shocker because you'll be surprised. I've had people that are new to the company, and they'll be like, "Man, I never knew there'd be so many women in here." And I'd be like, "Why?" Because their mentality, they expect, the average bad female to be in the club, the shopping mall, they going to buy clothes, this and that. I said no, because like I just said, everyone has to eat. Everyone has to have essentials to survive. It don't matter what those essentials are. It could be ketchup, it could be mustard, it could be Tabasco sauce. Everybody got to fucking eat. So you're gonna see, for me personally, where I work at, you're gonna see better women where you work. Rather they're shopping, rather work there. That's just my humble opinion. Some people may beg to differ depending on their lifestyle. You just got it like that. Hey, you can splurge, on fine linens. You may see the average, bad bitch at the mall constantly. But me, it's gonna usually be at a goddamn supermarket, something like that. Anybody else?
Yeah, man, I can go next, man. I'll tell you where the bad bitches at, man, that I thought I would never see. You know what I mean? Up in a motherfucking truck.
What?
Oh yeah.
I did not, I have seen some butt ugly, I didn't see a truck driver that was supposed to be a grown ass man. I look like, honestly. But anywho,
what?
I really got surprised by how beautiful. like all of the women are, in how they keep like they self up and shit while trying to drive every fucking day. Like it was amazing to see like all of these beautiful women over here up on this road and shit. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with the shocker. I'm gonna answer the question the right way. You know, the trucking thing, I can kind of see that because I see a few, dimes be online, that drive trucks. Walmart, I mean, that's kind of typical. I mean, y'all got every fucking thing there. So
I don't know what.
I don't know what he was
had
thinking.
up in his mind.
But
I don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
I'm gonna say
like the average person wouldn't be thinking that. Like you'd be surprised people that start working there. Man, I ain't know there's many females in there. I'd be like, where you been? Like everybody shopping, everybody gotta eat.
See, young whippersnapper, young whippersnapper. Let me stop you right there. I used to work at Target, so that's not a big deal. Like I knew,
Target.
I knew, I already knew the game, before you knew what it was. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The place that's gonna shock y'all that you wouldn't believe, it's the courthouse, man. It's the courthouse. Yeah, it's the courthouse.
Shit, first of all, I don't be at the courthouse that much. Freaking's that bitch. That's why I wouldn't know.
I know. See, your question says, what's the most shocking place? I'm gonna tell you. I had to go down there one time and get some documents notarized, right?
Yeah, I bet you did.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, I'm sorry that I try to be legal and legit, and I ain't just out here riding dirty. I ain't out here riding dirty with these pounds in this goddamn truck like certain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But I'm down there and like, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, some of them look like they was on the criminal tip and they was dimes, and then some of them was just like the professional ladies with the dressy type attire, but they keeping it professional, cool, laid back. You could tell they make a lot of money because they go into this job smiling and shit. Right. I mean, it's a lot of bad motherfuckers in that type of environment, believe it or not. So
I ain't trying to find that.
Have you ever seen the post office chick though?
The who?
Have you ever seen a bad post office chick?
Fuck no.
I haven't. It's rare that I go, like on a steady basis. So to say yay or nay, but I'm trying to think. I've seen some bad male women, like maybe a few.
Yeah.
Maybe a few.
I like the male women.
But it went down. It went down there. It was down here.
Now I'm about to say, because back home, hell no.
A lot of postal workers ain't shit.
Yeah.
I was talking about the male.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I done seen a few eye openers. Funny thing you mentioned that it was a little light skin thing. You know what I'm saying? Down here one time. God damn, like how? But better yet, how? Why? You're supposed to be a model or something. Got the pretty smile. Right. Got all the teeth, man. Just doing good, man.
They usually don't have all their teeth, man. What you mean?
No, man. Hey, let me tell you. No lie when I tell you this. You don't think I'm playing. Ever since I moved down here, I don't know who everybody dental playing with down here, but goddamn, I be looking at some motherfuckers down here like, bro, you cannot be my age with less than 4 teeth missing. I mean, what the fuck?
Like in Florida, fam. It's Florida,
I'm just saying, bro. This shit. Then if it ain't like that, they got that one goal like Baps, man.
Oh man, I can't stand that
shit. Man. Yeah, man.
It don't look bad on some women, depending on some women.
Look at this ghetto ass nigga. This nigga for the street.
I'm just saying.
I can't stand that shit at all.
Hell yeah. I'm like, bro, come on.
I'm just saying.
Come on now, man. This is not Dion, and you ain't got all these damn chains on with a Jerry curl talking about must be the money. The hell no.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, man. Nah.
I'm just saying, brother.
Yeah.
I myself was once skeptical of old Midas touch in the mouth, but on certain individuals, it don't look too bad. I'm just saying.
She done gave this nigga the old goat, not this nigga hook.
Bro, I'm just say, just because of gold teeth woman let you eat her ass, don't mean
right.
it's like
Now all
No,
of a
no,
sudden,
no,
now all of a
no,
sudden you
no.
think highly of them. You ought to be
Yeah, you know
ashamed
what I
of
mean?
your
Fuck
goddamn
that
I will
shit,
shit.
say
boy.
for one of my prior employments, it was, madam with two, gold, fangs. I ain't gonna lie, I want to do some things to her, but that didn't materialize. Neither here nor there, that's the past.
But see, you
Principle.
said two gold fangs. See, that's matching. I'm talking about this that
Yeah.
one. I'm talking about this that
Oh,
one
nah,
looking
nah,
like
nah, nah, nah.
Jerome. You know what I'm saying? Just one. Just one. That shit is not cute, man. That shit ain't
Nah.
attractive. Get that shit out your mouth. This is 2022, god damn it.
No, Lord. Hey,
I'm
man.
just saying, man. I mean, but yeah, the courthouse, man, it'd be, from the professional ladies to some of them criminal bitches in there, man.
Oh, shit.
But I ain't, neither here nor there. Y'all got any more surprise places? I mean, that's the main place it popped up in my mind just off the rip. What would be a shocking
In the
place?
fucking courthouse. I don't know about that one, my brother. But like I said, I ain't visit that one as much as you did, riding dirty and shit. So me.
Hold on. We said one riding dirty, motherfucker. Now, listen, work on
Hold
your
on,
goddamn audio.
I ain't
Work on
riding
your
dirty.
goddamn audio, because you over here can misconstruing my words up, trying to get me locked up, motherfucker. I'm talking
But
about one.
you what said the courthouse,
No, shit,
man.
I ain't riding dirty.
Yeah, I said, yeah. Excuse me, one. I ain't the one out here riding dirty, you know what I'm saying? Doing
See,
what
I
I
was
do.
talking about
You know
your
what I'm
motherfucking ass, though. I was like,
Right.
yeah, right,
Right.
nigga. So I'm talking about you riding dirty.
Right.
Don't be trying to bring me
Hey,
into this.
hey, nigga, I don't drive for a living, nigga.
Hey, which mean I can't be. Oh, hey, never mind. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm not
shut
riding
your
dirty.
ass up. Exactly.
Nigga thought
You
about
had
it.
Marley.
Hell
Marley
no.
over there with that bullshit, man.
Oh man.
I'm just
Hey,
saying,
you say
man.
could be held against you in the court
Your
of law.
question said shocking places. It did not say typical places like Walmart.
All right, question. Have anybody seen a badass chick from the library?
Bad chicks in the
Actually, yeah, I have seen, believe it or not, a lot of bad chicks being the library sometimes. Because, a lot of women like to
Like
read.
the librarian chick. So no,
I don't know about the
I'm talking
librarian.
about the people who actually work at the library.
Nah, G.
Oh no, down in Mississippi, there's a bunch of old white women there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
No,
I don't know
I
about
can't.
that.
You can't say that because last time I was in library,
1999.
So I got my internet problem.
Yeah, points to the book points.
Nah, man, it's crazy. Not to get off topic. The only reason I would go in there, like I said, if I got my internet situation situated, was like to get mangas, like for anime I would watch. But that was a little back in the past. But I would notice like some of the aides or just helping out. They would be like younger females, like look like they were in college. Like they wasn't bad looking. So not all of them.
Oh, really?
Librarian.
Full-time working now. We talking.
Oh,
You
really?
I mean, full time. I mean, yeah, you gonna see Miss Mary, Betty Sue and shit. Yeah, you gonna see them. But nevertheless, there were workers in there.
I mean, but the question is shocking. Like, I don't even think, Marley, well, since you got all the answers, you little bastard. What's the answer?
I'm just commenting off of y'all, bro.
No. Answer the damn question. What's the most shocking place you done saw a baddie? You know what I'm saying? A dime.
Hey, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can't think of one out the top of my head, bro. Like I said, y'all spots been legit, man. I'm just saying, it's just funny.
I think the nigga selfish. I think this nigga don't want to tell us what he is because he trying to slang that community dick, man. What y'all think, man? This nigga over here being selfish.
Brother, your cousin is.
This nigga over here selfish. Hey man, she ain't on here right now, man. You yourself, man. Hey, tell us what. Hey, where the bitches?
Is it any beautiful chicks over there up on the ship?
On the ship? Hey, yeah. You ain't trying to deal with them ship girls, man. You leave them alone.
Wait, why not?
Damn, bro. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? I'm confused.
I don't think they gone for a long time on the ship.
Shit, y'all already playing Gilligan's Island. You might well. Right. I mean, but
Did you say Gilligan Island?
Okay, over there
I'm
playing
just
lost
saying.
and shit. But
Yeah, y'all stranded, man. Hey, they gonna start looking kind of good. G.I. Jane gonna be getting bent over. Shit, what you mean?
Red capsized on a goddamn island. We on the actual ship, nigga.
I'm just saying.
True. Hey, we should be talking about what they do they private some shit. Like when the people try to take over his damn boat and shit. Hey, what the fuck that shit was called?
I'm trying to take over his boat. Niggas,
I
you talking about
I know what you're talking about.
One Eye Willie?
Movie.
You talking about
with
the
black
Goonies?
people.
Hey, my nigga say I'm the captain now.
I'm gonna take over the captain, yeah. I got a man
Tom
like,
Hanks in there. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
What the fuck
Oh,
is
you
the
talking
name
about
of that?
Oh, I don't know what that is. I thought you were talking about Tom Hanks' Castaway. I was gonna say, nigga, you gonna create Wilson again?
Shit. I was talking about that black dude was like, yeah.
Look at
hey, yo, this is my boat now, or whatever. I'm like, damn.
I am the captain now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the captain now. I'm like, shit.
This nigga sound like a generic Idris Elba over here. Looking fun. All right, I hear you, boy.
Yeah, I got some chops, so he goes.
I'm saying, I hear you, boy. Great value, nigga. Hey,
I aspire to be in some cinema, maybe some other things.
Hey, man, hey, yeah, we can move on. Yep. On that note, yep. That damn sense. I guess it's on me, man.
Go ahead.
Very, very, very intriguing question, Marlon, by the way. I like it. Y'all, let's get a little serious for a minute, because this is kind of like a tricky question for me. So I want to ask y'all this. Is it harder, in your opinion, to reach the teenage youth of today or the generations of before? Y'all got the flow.
I'm gonna say,
you nasty motherfucker.
So goddamn disrespectful, nigga. Cover your goddamn mouth.
Damn.
Excuse me.
Yeah, man. I obviously wasn't born the generation prior, but from stories I've heard, they had their wild moments, as anybody that's gonna go through those ages will. But I feel like having more of a kind of neighborly community vibe, feel like everybody knew, like take my mother for example. They kind of coming up, my mom, she was a pretty fair narrow kid, but she was still a teenager at times. She did her things, but it's kind of like a community feel. Like she said, going to school, if your mom and your daddy your auntie didn't whoop you, this person whooped you up. And not saying that's always a way to get to a child, but everybody knew you, so it's kind of harder to do dirt in a sense. And
can I ask you, well, why did my auntie turn out just cussing out everybody like she do now? The mass whoopings wasn't doing too good.
Hey, your guess is good as mine, brother. I don't.
Okay.
Don't guess as good as mine.
Just trying to figure that out. Yeah.
But like, my mom, she had my brother at an early age at 19, but a lot of people say, even though she had him at 19, your mom was not like the typical teenager. She was more of an introvert. Like, she reminds me a lot of my girlfriend. Like, she was nice to people when she could be, but she wasn't going out her way just to be on everybody's buddy list. Like, she knew she was a mom. She knew she had responsibilities, and she tended to them. And a lot of times growing up, I didn't understand until I got older why she was so stern on us. But I get it now. But I feel like back then, just my humble opinion, everybody got their own. Your parent wasn't trying to be a friend, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now it's okay to still be a stern parent. You don't have to go to the top with it, but I feel like, and I can only go on things I'm seeing on social media, kids not having access to God knows what. Like I said, it's nothing to see a 6-year-old walking with a fucking smartphone. I didn't get my first phone until I was fucking 16.
Me too.
Just being real.
Horrible.
And my girlfriend, who is now a teacher now at a middle school, and she just comes home and tell me these things, what these kids are going through, the trauma that is happening in their lives, the turmoils of peer pressure that they going through. It's no different than us, but she said it's like Monte, it's like it's on steroids now. Like I feel like they teaching me. I'm like, well, damn. Because like I said, I think the addition of just access to technology has just made it even harder to monitor your child 24/7. if I'm just being honest. So I think it's harder to reach because it's so much negativity out there in the the cerebrum that they can just pick up and digest and just try to reenact if they ain't already doing it. So I think this generation, without any
I think
argument,
it's
is by far
also
hard to reach.
a problem with people just like respect. Like, bro, we was taught as a kid with respect your fucking elders. You know what I mean? Like, it was
Absolutely.
simple. Anybody that's older than you, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Anybody that's an adult and you a fucking kid, yes, ma'am, no, sir. You know what I mean? Type of shit. Like it was simple. Nowadays, it's like kids that don't got that kind of like type of way of growing up to where, bro, it's a code of conduct type of shit. It's kind of just like the southern way or whatever. It's like all about the South type of shit with trying to open up the door for people and yes ma'am, no sir kind of shit. But it's like people just lost that shit. That they don't give a fuck about like trying to teach like trying to teach all of the kids just to be like courteous. Shit, it's fucking simple. It's very simple. Just be courteous.
Yeah, and Curtis is tough shit, but my thing on the yes sir, no ma'am thing was that people our age is constantly trying to be friends with them and saying, "Don't call me sir or ma'am."
Correct.
True.
I agree.
It
I agree,
is a couple of people like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Tell them to stop doing that shit.
I'm gonna be Marley. You got anything to say before I go?
Basically, that's me. Just real quick on it. I don't feel like it's maybe harder. I just feel like we are out of touch with that community, whatever. Because going off of my personal experience from when I was younger, whatever. When I'm thinking about me and that mindset, shit. All the older people, all they would come back and tell me is about how my generation is so fucked up, and like that's how you start off the conversation.
Correct.
Try to reach them in a way, and then once y'all gain that mutual respect for each other, then you can try to tell them up and all like that. But you just come up to them and they feel like you're attacking them and shitting on what they doing, they gonna see you out like they do most people, whatever. So I think it's all about the approach. That's all
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a double answer. Honestly, I hear everything y'all saying, and I agree 100%. I mean, all us pretty much being in the same generation, but in all honesty, I feel like it was the older generation. Let me tell you why. You ever heard of the saying, "A child only mimics what he sees," right?
Right.
So you got to think about it with the crack era and all this and all that. That brought on a new element that a lot of people wasn't ready for. Parents and younger youth getting turned out and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I'm not saying drugs didn't exist in our grandparents' era, but did it really have the keen effect that it would have later on with the 80s? So I'm saying the 80s and the 90s, some of the most gruesome, tough times in the streets. And the reason why I say the older generation was kind of harder to reach, because it's like, look, okay, me and my girl said this other night. Look at the type of movies that came out when our parents was little. Like they had the Shaft, they had the Foxy Browns, they had black exploitation films, right?
Right.
And most times with black exploitation films, they were getting taught to stick it to the man, basically, right?
Yep.
If you're getting brought up that way, to think that way, like basically the white man is your oppressor, and you gotta, always find a way to get at them, and pretty much you getting taught messages through music, like through Curtis Mayfield and other soulful acts or whatnot. It made me go, why is it that our parents end up the way that they did when they had a jump start on a lot of woke shit that today now people are just now gravitating towards? Like nowadays, it's cool to be woke. That's why people try to be woke. But I remember an era where if somebody said something of substance, they kind of got crucified. All right, nigga, here you go with your bean pie slanging ass, something like that. But in actuality, it's like there's nothing wrong with other individuals thinking differently than the massive, basically. So the reason why I say it's the older generation is because if you grew up with all these different messages and these different woke type of vibes, how the hell did you still end up falling victim and having it turn out the way that it did now? Yeah,
Right.
now I'll say they are a lot, the younger generation are a lot more hard-headed than what the older ones were. But to be honest, it had to be harder to reach the older generations because you only mimic what you see. So who did they get it from? You see what I'm saying? This generation didn't just get this way just because of just, oh, they just came out the womb like this, and we can't explain or describe where they got this from. They had to get it from somebody. So,
just to add to like the question, do you probably think it's probably because of like the parenting way right now compared to like how the fuck it was back then, type of thing?
I'm gonna be honest. I can remember parents. Hell, I ain't gonna speak on their name, but hell, I'm related to certain relatives that, you know what I'm saying, their parenting wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy for us to see certain things and be like, man, that motherfucker ghetto, or she wrong, or that nigga wrong. But it's like, only difference is now we just getting a video footage, a video proof of what we kind of been seeing, but it was like the unspoken rule. Like, it's nothing for us to go back in our memory bank and think back to us going to school with, some badass kids that was around our age that seemed that they could never act right. Like, they coming to school looking dirty and, snot boogers running in the nose. They forever fighting, carrying on and all that. But the thing of it is, it's just like, I mean, who's raising them or who's not raising them, shall I say? See what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easy for us to point the finger and critique what we see nowadays because that's the popular thing to do because of social media. But if we go back in our memory bank, I mean, we ain't that goddamn old. I mean, some of the same similar shit was going on when we was younger. And I guarantee you it was worse. It was probably worse before we got here, because you got to think about it. Teen pregnancies wasn't a big thing back when my grandma, was a child, even though she was a teenager when she got pregnant. But I mean, that was like something that was unspoken. It was like when a teenage woman got pregnant back in the days, you knew 9 times out of 10 that teenage girl was gonna marry whoever knocked her up, right?
Right.
All right, good chance, yeah.
Whereas nowadays, it's a little worse because, yeah, we can say, well, she ain't got no husband, she ain't got, she just got baby daddies running around here. Well, technically, ain't that the same thing that they were doing back then? I mean, she was teenage, she got pregnant, she got married, it didn't work out. She ended up having more kids by other niggas. So what?
Yeah, I know the only thing because the bad thing back then was that
go ahead.
Younger around, they were marrying off ladies and people around that time younger because of the fertility. So they were like teenage and not that old. And then like to think about it, like cause I had to me reflected on my growing up and whatever, like how much I spent on my mom. I was thinking about the age that she was when she had me or whatever. And I'm thinking like shit, my mindset at that time. I couldn't raise raise a kid. So like I feel like that's another thing that you had to reflect on, like shit. You didn't have kids at that age, you like shit. And you think about yourself like shit. We wouldn't been the best. I know I speak for myself, I wouldn't been the best parent to any damn body at like 16 fucking age, whatever. I'm selfish. I mean, I'm still selfish, but I was selfish.
At least you man enough to admit it, brother.
Yeah, shit. Never wrong with that.
Bro, it's one more question I have to ask, and I swear I will get off of it.
No, you're good.
Just off of that, now kind of makes me wonder, like, is it probably because back then it was cool to like just have a village? You know what I mean? It was your uncles, your
but
fucking grandma, your grandpa, you know what I mean? It was people that was actually there for your best interest that care for you, which means
right.
you, like 9 times out of 10, you automatically came to them with like all of the manners and shit because you had to, you know what I mean? It just wasn't no bullshit. So everybody up in that community, you just had to have that kind of respect, which just translated to like just trying to be a respectable kind of person all the way back then. But compared to now, I don't think people have that community. Like, I don't
But
think
you
people just have that
but
grandma,
that
that
didn't
uncle, and all
happen.
that shit as well.
One, let me say this though, but that didn't happen with this generation. It happened with generations prior to us, because let me tell you why the community aspect started to leave. When drugs and money come into effect, and you see somebody that ain't used to having nothing along with you, now all of a sudden they got a little bit more than what you got, then you know the syndrome, crab in the bucket, right?
I don't know specifically. Look, just to the question, like that specifically at hand. Compared to now and when I was growing up, I fucking had a community. When I was like hurt and I was sick and couldn't go to school, up as a kid, my mama would take me to my grandma's house. And my granny was a church woman, like a real church woman or whatever, but she don't like I don't give a fuck about that talk back. Like, you ain't talking back. You ain't doing certain shit, right? Like, it's just certain shit that is unacceptable. She's the sweetest woman, but it's just certain shit she's not fucking tolerating. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about towards the question, just off of that, when I was a kid compared to like now, I think people ain't having that type of discipline. I think people ain't having that type of community. I'm thinking people just not having that type of code of conduct type shit, to where when you at your grandma's house, you hear every fucking thing whatever she tell you to do, you do it. Like, I don't give a fuck how old you is. I don't give a fuck how woke you is. I don't give a fuck how like old you think you is. You still a fucking kid, right? You obey
Correct.
your fucking elders. Hey, well, that's the shit.
I'm gonna say this. I think it depends, because it's hard for me to sit and say, well, nowadays they don't do it, because it just depends on how you grew up. But when my question originally, I'm saying harder to reach, like harder to influence, in a positive light. Reason why I say that is this: the 80s existed. Hell, I was in it. So it's like, bro, the crack era and all that, like literally, it had to be harder to get at them, to reach them, because they felt like, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm gonna go get this money. See what I'm saying? They didn't have that. Okay, yeah, you can say, well, they even worse nowadays. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you plant the seed, I mean, yeah, it's not gonna start out as a full tree, right? Over time, it's gonna grow and it's gonna get bigger, right? But the question is, which one was harder to reach? Yeah, it's gonna be harder. It's a double answer, because it's harder to reach what's already done developed. You can't chop it down no more without it growing back up, right?
Yeah, but it's also easier to reach people when they got that code of conduct, to where you listen to what an elder say.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if the older generation was so good and so family oriented and so communable, why in the fuck was they so rebellious when they had the family values, the community, and all that backing them? See what I'm saying?
Right.
A rebellion had to start somewhere.
Right. True.
Sometimes we like to go point the fingers at the end of the problem. Let's get to the beginning of the problem, so you won't have to worry about it forming into what it is today.
But then I would probably just say, like, shit, man. If it's the case of that, it would probably be just like a certain percentage type of thing. Like back then when I was growing up, I think I saw just like a lot of smaller amount of kids, being terrible towards people and certain shit like that, compared to now, like right now, it's a higher percentage of all of that shit happening. So yeah.
Because you know why? Because nowadays it's more kids having kids.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
That's true.
So now it's like, where's the adult supervision coming from when the generation that started it, that started making more babies, teenage pregnancies, now all of a sudden it just trickled down. I'm gonna tell you something funny about what Vaughn said. I told my mom the other day, I said, Mom, you really can't be mad at my grandma, for being young-minded and being hard on y'all like she was. Because if you think about it, my grandma, she started off having kids, but before she hit 19, she already had, I want to say, a child already. I want to say two. So if you think about it, then it trickled down to my mama and her sisters. All them had children before they all turned 20.
Right.
So how did they even have time to even become a full-fledged adult when they still in a little girl's mindset? 19. I mean, yeah, they might have been mature, but you only can be so goddamn mature.
Absolutely.
Your brain still gotta flourish, whether you like it or not. No matter how mature we would like to think we are.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the same at 32 that I did at 22.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a double answer.
It is like it's a lot of great points from you and Juan. Everybody. You said something very interesting. Like to point a finger. When the house done fully burnt and everything. We don't pay attention what made it spark. So that's very not the exact analogy, but it's just basically saying you need to focus on the problem before it becomes a bigger problem. So correct. I can respect that. Like I also respect Juan saying, hey,
oh yeah, what Juan said. Oh
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Given how I grew up, how we grew up, what I'm saying, that the manners matter. Like, hey, my mom's very big on that. Somebody come to the house, you walk by them, make sure you say excuse me. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Like I said, I don't tell nobody how to raise kids, but I just feel like we speak on generational curses a lot on this show, a lot. Mm-hmm. And I feel like some people that I've had this conversation with, not maybe exactly word for word, but they'll feel like breaking, some generational curses, and they may feel how they parents were maybe overly strict on them. So when they now have children, I don't say they just a pushover, but they try to take a different approach. So my personal opinion, feel like when you're on that quest to break a curse, be weary, the route you taking, because what I'm saying, you could be so driven on, I don't say define your parents' teachings that your own teachings could be a little misguided in oneself. So don't just try to become a parent to one up your own parent, in my humble opinion.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But we can move along. I love that topic. A little more, definitely not serious at all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the show panel loves music. Hope our viewers do as well. But I just want to get you guys head on some recent music that's come out. Particular one album from a favorite of mine, Big Crit, Digital Roses album. Digital Roses Don't Die album. If you have listened to it, what did you think of it? Just an honest opinion. Anybody want to go? They can. I already got mine.
I'll be quick with mine. I just didn't care for it, honestly. I just liked it. The previous album was like my favorite album or whatever, but I mean, I just didn't care for it. This time around, it just wasn't like, I like the beats too. I don't know. It was like a hell of a lot of like cool, 80s like smooth jazz type beats and shit. It just wasn't just like a lot of hidden type of shit, like shit that was smacking and shit. Like my subs or type of beats or anything like that. It just wasn't anything like that. So it was cool. Don't get me wrong. It just I still play his last album so much that like when I heard this new album, it just kind of put me just like, okay, I just still want to hear that old album. Just even off of like how hard that the beats be smacking and hitting. Even though yeah, he have great like type of lyrics and shit. It's just like every now and then I need to hear something that's gonna catch my ear first, and like catch my ear just off the beat sometimes, to where it's easier to hear your fucking lyrics, So it was great though.
Vaughn, before you go, he just said a key element. anything that sounds like it came out before 1991.
He exposing himself. He exposing himself, man.
I told y'all that a couple episodes ago, man.
I was sure gonna let our artists in on a little secret about my man. Boy, he was, this is for the 90s. He ain't rocking new shit.
Listen, if it ain't slamming, if it ain't got that gangster ride to it, man, that nigga ain't got it.
If it ain't a couple fires out, a couple baby drop, pop, 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 he ain't worried.
Hey, now when you said when you said pop, 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 that's too close to when Vaughn get kind of hot and bothered when Kendrick Lamar goes do 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 do. So that's just yeah.
Hey, y'all some hoes right there.
Hey man, I'm telling you, one, you my boy. You know I fuck with you the long way, but I know you.
Need some of these.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a Vaughn and One alley, man. That's what they have.
Oh my God,
bro.
The banana clip theory,
I am a true person. Like, I love to hear like good music, so that's not the problem. Like, his music was good. It's just like, if I had to
it sounded like it was before your time, man. It's all right.
It wasn't for you. We got
it wasn't for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it was horrible because he was spitting or whatever. The same way I just say now, I like that J. Cole album or whatever. It was a good album. It just ain't for me because of what I was used to from what I used to hear,
Okay.
So
he needs some thug life music to keep him awake.
Right. That's all it is.
No,
I be listening to that smooth jazz. He gonna be killing people. He say he needs
fuck y'all. Fuck you, J. Hey, fuck you, bro. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
So tired of your shit.
But now I can respect Juan's opinion, man, because just with the last little thing he said, what he wanted, what he expected, and he was hoping for, because a lot of the reviews for this album, especially from his heavy fan base, was that they didn't mind it, they had nothing against it, but they figured it's ironic. Juan brought up the album before. The reception for the last album was, hey, he need to go back to making his own beats. The beats whack, this and that. There was some good flows on there, but they didn't like the production because he only produced one beat out of a 19-track album. That's very uncrit-like. He didn't even co-produce. He just, all right, y'all produce, I'm a rap. But I gotta respect that because that's the beauty of music. What's for you may not be for somebody else. You can hear an album and think it's the worst thing ever created. 5 more people could think it's the greatest thing ever created because it's art. Everybody interprets art in their own view, in their own manner. But I myself, like I said, I didn't mind it. The first initial reaction was, damn, it's short. But I know it's everybody's making short albums because of streaming, and it's just fact. The consumers of today, when it comes to music or anything, have a short attention span. That's just what it is. They want the next song and they want it now. So the second listen around, okay, Crit, I see where he's going right here, and definitely opposite from Juan. I enjoyed the production because I figured that was a point of emphasis on this album. Okay, y'all said I need to make my own beats. Okay, I'm going back to that. I'm gonna let the instruments, the horns, the pianos, the trumpets, the 808s, the snares, I'm gonna let this take over the album. It wasn't a lot of hard-hitting metaphors that you usually look for Crit. Like he said, he wanted this album, the production, to speak. I give it a light 6 to 7 out of 10. Then anybody, especially a lot of his male listeners in the comment section, man, this album soft. He need to go back, that Crit we love. You gotta understand, I'm not a rapper. Maybe Juice and Juan can speak on this. He just said last segment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. The fuck?
Oh my God.
The way Juice is now at 32 is not the same man he is at 22, right?
Right.
So the rapper, if you were to pick it back up, would not be the same rapper at 32 it was at 22, right?
Hell no.
Crit, no. I believe now 34 is not the same Crit we realized founded. I don't say founded, but discovered musically in 2010,
Right.
Don't say he can't revisit that, but he may want to test himself out. How can people kill Drake for basically saying, man, he keep making the same album? No, his content is the same over and over.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. And now here's an artist. Well, let me test myself as an artist. Let me try something different.
Right.
He need to go back. It's like you can't win or lose in this game.
Right.
Exactly.
You can't.
I mean, that's also why you gotta also not focus on like the hearsayers and the trolls
Mhm.
and know what your idea for the project was. You gotta stick to what you
right.
Because if you go off the people, like they said, shit, you'll be all over the damn place everywhere. You have a reggae album here, a rock album here.
Right.
You lost your damn self. So
absolutely,
you gotta stick to what you core and what your message is trying to get through on any project you're doing. But fucking my 2 piece on it, whatever. I liked it, whatever. Like I had listened to his little interview thing he did before it and was telling what his like mindset of where he was going with it. And once I got that piece of it, like going from top to bottom, I could see it and I appreciate it with the beats and everything like that. Even like a simple song called I'm Boring or whatever. I thought that was I liked that shit because like, simple life, shit. When you with that girl, that was after the point after he already consummated a relationship. Now they just homebodies. They just with each other. They ain't worried about going out and all that kind of shit. So I kind of felt it. It was cool. And then but his album, I would say Snoop's. I liked that. Like him getting back to the Death Row style. Like that was cool. And then I just shout out like Earth Gang. I liked their album a little bit too.
Earth Gang shit was nice. But look, just even off of how y'all is like putting it, it was okay, it was nice, it was cool. You know what I mean? Like it was great type shit. Would y'all put like right now with this album, would it be his top 3 collection type shit? Like would y'all put that shit as like his top 3 type shit?
Well, like just projects, albums, mixtapes.
Yeah, just good like projects, which mean mixtape, EPs, or any damn thing. Would y'all put that shit as a top 3?
For me, no, because the only reason is because my top 3 albums are the reason when I discovered them, like what draw me into them. So those always gonna have a precious like memory to me, like of those albums. That's the reason, sentimental.
No, I gotta agree with Marlon. Not top 3, maybe top 5, maybe in the top 6, but it's
right. I was about to say if that's the case, then top 5.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like I said, 14 mixtapes, 5 studio albums now. Like the content you're gonna give credit. Like you have idea of content you're gonna give from Cole, Drake, Kendrick. Maybe he just wanted to have fun.
Exactly. So
right? Shit.
So as much shit that y'all talked about with me,
then it's that he's coming out with another project. So this
year, yeah.
Right. But if I could say as much shit that y'all talked about me personally, about how I felt about it, y'all really didn't jive to it like, too much to where
I like it. I don't want to I just don't want to
listen. Hold on. To the young pipsqueaks, hold on. Let me break this down for one old head. You need to listen to this saying by the great Young Hova. Niggas want my old shit. Buy my old albums. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Bro, I get evolution. I get coming up with good shit.
I can't tell.
I was just saying that
pre-90s, you just
yeah, I'm telling you that what it is. That what it is. Hey, let me tell you.
Just like I said,
some shit sounds like
it could be some shit. It could be some shit. I wish I were a little bit taller. He gonna ride with that, but if I come in here talking about no one's gonna love you,
bro, you know that I'm a R&B guy anyway. So come on. I just been listening to that old song anyway. I got love on my mind. Like, hey, that's my shit now. Hey, I've been banging that shit lately.
You can stop the rain. You know what I'm saying?
Don't start that shit. Damn. No, stop it.
On the next episode.
This episode gonna take a 5 left. We ain't gonna that shit like a domino.
Man. You know that shit trivia, man.
But
I just personally think that
I feel
that
what
album was good. I ain't saying it's bad. I ain't saying it's horrible or anything like that. I'm just saying I was just trying to give every critique that I could right then. Like it's a good album. It's a quality album to play. Point blank. Don't get me wrong, but it is something that I can't go from intro to outro. Point blank.
From A to Z. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. It's hard for me to get up for albums like I used to. I mean, I'm just being real. Like I'm not saying that good music don't come out of this, but it's like you reach a level in life where, you start to understand that you just like certain songs, you just gonna stumble upon them and they're gonna be masterpieces. But to sit here and have that anticipation type mindset, it's very rare that me personally I have it, because it's like I've heard so many like you're seasoned when the shit you grew up on is what's being sampled nowadays.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When you start getting offended when the youth start sampling your shit, that's when you know you reached a plateau in your life. So I get what both sides are saying. It's good that it's
Trying to have
good that
that, like, happiness
Marley,
was the point too, right?
right? I mean,
Like,
it's good that Marley and
just as a
Vaughn
kid,
are
trying to
both
hear.
at their youth, and they still can you know still be kind of up on what's hot, or what's new, or what's in.
Right.
One, we just in a space in our life where, not saying we don't acknowledge the new shit that come out. It's just we know what we like,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I mean, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that at all.
And I'm gonna get excited for that shit, because like shit, like I have been proven right sometimes. When I heard, I like the sideline story. Like that was a good one.
Right.
I was anticipating Born Center,
Right.
and
I
when
mean,
I anticipated, I got exactly what the fuck I wanted.
I'm gonna be
Whenever
real.
Born Center was done,
I'm
Fort
gonna
Hill
be
Drive.
real.
I wanted to hear that. I
I'm
got
gonna
what I
be
wanted.
real. Like you put me on J. Cole and Kendrick. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I remember being on this show and telling you and Vaughn, especially, this previous J. Cole album, it ain't gonna, it's not up to par where his previous ones was. And y'all was like, oh man, it's too early, it's too early, it's too early, it's too early. Let me tell you something. As long as I've been in music, and as long as I used to write music, I know when something gonna touch you. I know when something just gonna electrify the soul to where you just know, like, man, I gotta ride to this. I've heard albums where it's like, man, from track 1 all the way, just say to track 10, it sounds like it's a story being told. I didn't get that vibe from the first time I listened from track 1 to however many tracks it was. I can't even tell you, because I don't even listen to the shit no more. So,
That's my shit.
Can I
Just the way
insert?
the old dude said, "Hey, yo, Jay-Z, talking about you want to hear his old shit, play his old album." I get that, but
right.
I'm still anticipating your next album. So
Right.
once I hear Good Kid, Mad City, I'm anticipating to hear How to Pimp a like a Butterfly or whatever, and I'm anticipating to hear, it's gonna be something kind of like it, but I got a different experience with that How to Pimp a Butterfly, but it was still beautiful. It was still fucking awesome. I can still go from intro to fucking outro.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So,
and plus he ain't used no 80s references, so he was safe with you. Go ahead.
Okay. If I could throw,
dude, you know how slow that music is?
If I could throw a real quick question in, not to cut juice off. This past Thursday, buddy of mine, his brother's 19. I was at his crib, a kickback, and we got on the subject of NBA YoungBoy. And just real quick, I know, don't really know about him to listen to him, but I made an agreement with him. I said, give me a month. I'm listening to at least 5 of his projects. I want 5 projects of yours, 5 projects that I like you to listen to. I chose Forever's Mighty Long Time, Stillmatic. I can't remember UGK, Dirty Money. So this albums kind of like for my generation I grew up with, and albums I feel maybe contrast to what he listened to. I want to speak on NBA YoungBoy because regardless how you feel about his music, it's hard to deny his wave. Like, he has a cult-like fan base.
So he's successful.
He's successful.
Right.
And I was trying to, hey, our artists, had, stronger impact because of streaming. Like, there was no streaming. Like, people had to go out their house to actually buy your album, But I want to actually
find that shit.
Yeah, people had to go out and buy it. They really had to care enough, get out their house, go to their local record store, wherever it may be, and spend more than $9.99 for an album. You can have the unlimited music at the palm of your thumb. So I want to just ask specifically, like, can we see him being here for the next 10 years? I mean, can you see him having this staying power for 10 years?
Lord, forget what I'm about to say. If he stay out of street shit, yeah. I mean, cause it ain't based upon his talent. I mean, I feel like his talent is undeniable. It's his antics. His antics is what worried me about any popular rapper nowadays, because it's more about what you're doing outside of the booth than what you're doing inside of it nowadays.
Yes. So, I couldn't say it better. And
yeah,
that was a point I was trying to make to him. Like I said, I don't listen to him like that, but I can't deny the boys, the wave, his talent, the following he has, because like you just said, man, it's more, antics, trading lifestyle for bars, who got the biggest gun, who got the most bodies, opposed to who really just pure talented, like talent alone. But we also know, especially in today's game, talent won't, guarantee anything. Like I said, look at a rapper like Quick, multi-talented, do just about everything, mix, produce, rap, but he's not to the masses that some of these other artists are. So I just wanted y'all opinions on it, because like I said, it was an interesting conversation, me and him going back and forth. I was trying to make an example of 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent, I understand Lone Boy, it's gonna probably have a longer run to him, but you gotta understand that debut album, arguably the greatest rap debut album, and definitely in the top 10 or not top 5 rap albums. Right. Motherfuckers sold 12 million in 1 year, not over, of course, the 4, 5, 6 years, 1 year. So I was trying to explain that to him, but I'm happy to hear you guys' opinion. We can go ahead and scoot along.
Okay. You should have let him listen to an Outkast album. That would have been dope.
I did. Matter of fact, I told him to listen to Southern Player, listen to Cadillac Music. That's the one I started out him off with. But I believe Brother Marley had another question for us, man. If you would do the honors, man, go and kick that thing off.
Yeah, brothers. This is a little just not too hard to think about, not too deep. Just kicking around the job, but fucking
your other podcast.
Would you rather control people's minds or read their thoughts?
That's a good ass question. Let me think about that right now, because I got some bullshit I want to say, but hold on. Let me think about that.
I'll be quick with my shit. I want to read your thoughts, because I ain't trying to change you. I ain't trying to control you. I don't care too much about that. I'm just trying to see the real you for who the fuck you actually is.
Right. I gotta agree with Juan on that, man. Kind of put me in mind. This question kind of put me in mind of that fucking Mel Gibson movie. I can't remember the name of it.
What Women Want.
What Women Want, yeah. And I would, because just my personality, I'm not an overly controlling person, so I would rather read someone's thoughts. But sometimes I don't even take reading the person's thoughts. The motherfucker gonna show you gonna show you their true colors. But just be interesting, man. Like, all the motherfuckers like to portray something, and yes, we like to show people what we want them to see. It's a human mechanism. I don't care who you are. I don't care who the fuck you are. It ain't even a bad thing. Everybody don't need to see it and know everything. But it's interesting to see, like, imagine coming up as a teenager in a school, you being possibly bullied or some shit, and the big tough, gang banging at your school. You read this motherfucker thoughts. You like, this motherfucker got the same insecurities, same flaws by himself. He just take bullying me to hide his own. You know what I'm saying?
Is that gonna stop him from whooping your ass?
I mean, who get him, Richard. Nah. But I do believe understanding is finding common ground, right?
Right.
Hey man, before you close that fist completely, let me talk to you. Like,
oh man.
I realize you going through this shit at home, just like I'm dealing with. Like, man, these some ways I find to cope with that instead of taking out other people. Like, you never know. I know that sounds corny and cheesy. That's some shit on a Dare video, some shit. But like, hey, just that common ground understanding. Y'all can be cool. I mean, be cool. Just respect one another, because now you understand that we got similarities that otherwise we never known. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an example.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be a little different than y'all. I think I want to control the brain, but it's not
sick
in the
motherfucker.
Way, hold on. It's not in the way you think.
Just your cousin did too. That's how I know y'all related.
Oh shit! But let me tell you why. Because I remember an interview where Tupac said, "I want to spark the brain that helps invoke change." So if I can spark your brain and I can control, say instead of kind of like the TV and the phone, it controls some of our desires, whether it's the cars, the clothes, the women, whatever. I mean, if I can control your brain and I can say, yo, as just say, as far as Black people in the community, say, yo, let's not be sidetracked or sidelined by what's not really the issue. Let's address the real issue. Then I feel like I'll have I don't want this cult of personality, this cult-like following. That's not what my intentions are. My intentions is to change this narrative and this environment that we've grown used to. Like it's a badge of honor to be hood. Like no, I don't want that. I want us to change that to where gangs don't exist no more, and we really are a community where you can't come to a side of town and be like, yeah, this is where the poor people stay, because we all got each other back. I feel like if I can control the minds and I can say, hey, look, you're doing wrong by bringing this brother down or this sister down just because they got a little bit more than you. Hey, let's try to think differently and move in a different way in order to, like I said, invoke change. That's why I would want to control the brains, because basically that's all these apps and social media outlets do. How do we know we want a big booty bra if we don't ever see it?
I mean, shit, because I was a horny ass teen and I just wanted.
Oh my God. Hey, community dick 101. I know. But I mean, I'm just saying, it's no different than than us turning on this fucking this flat screen TV, I mean, that's basically controlling our mind. So why not be able to control the mind? Because I feel like I will have a positive impact if I do the right things. That's the key to it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, when
one man about that power.
Yeah, shit, Jesus. But like my thing about it, like I can see the pros and cons of both sides, and like the thing that they mentioned so much about the question was it showed like personality traits, whatever, like how like Juan and Von both said, and that's the same. Like with me was that the fucking it's not so much about like I'm not worried about like controlling the person. I want to know where they're coming from, their ideas, the things that they may not telling me. That's what I was more intrigued into that than the aspect of like, well, shit, if I control them, I could make them do what I want. Like I wasn't thinking about it even in that sinister like kind of mindset, but benefit of both. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool, man.
Oh yeah. Well, you see my blood lineage, we're trying to take over the world, but and that's why me and Von, I'm Pinky in the brain. He know who he is. But anyway, hold on. He know who he is. But moving on.
I may try to get my salad tossed.
Whoa. That's why you want to read somebody's mind, because you want to stick your tongue up her ass and then you go, man, hell no.
Hey, yo, Bun, once again, there's always a line somehow that
you
just find.
He crosses it every time.
And I'm gonna cross the gun line every time, boss.
Hey, you seen what happened to Biscuit? You see what happened to Biscuit? You better quit, man. I can't go home like this.
Ignorant.
Hell no. Oh man, Marley, I think it's time to simmer it down, if you know what I'm talking about. So do the honors, player.
My heart has been broken.
Man, she went mute on a nigga.
Who will make house calls?
Yep. Yeah, y'all. We back up in this thing. This is the Love Doctor, better known as Long Stroke to the ladies. Ladies, I know, you've been waiting on it, so I ain't gonna, wait too long to give it to you. But first and foremost, I got my players in here. And first and foremost, I got to bring in another pimp on the scene, on the Love Connection. Petty Pimpin', is you in this thing?
Yes, sir. You already know.
Okay. You know, we got to hold it down for Gorilla Pimping. You know, he ain't in the place to be. You know, Gorilla Pimping, get well soon. And you know, shout out, you know, to the other two players on here, Mr. Invisible Line that will be crossed, aka the gun line. You can call him Young Al Roker. We like to call him Young Biscuit from the line joke.
How's the weather today?
Vaughn, it's gonna rain. You just made me lose my train of thought. Goddamn, Warren, how you doing, bro? How you doing, bro?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain.
All right, man. You know, the law doctor actually got, you know, a quick little game. You know, if y'all want to do that first, or do y'all want to, you know, I heard y'all got some questions too. So y'all want to get the questions first?
You can get the questions out the way.
All right, yeah. But go ahead. You know, y'all got some questions for the law doctor. Let it be known.
I would like to spark it off, good doctor. Well,
okay.
One is already definitely legal, but if you know both were actual legal, which deserves more jail time? A man taking condom off during sex without a female's knowledge, or two, a woman taking a condom out of trash and using it to impregnate herself?
Neither. Let me tell you why. You got to know who you're dealing with before you clapping them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? If you got you a scandalous bitch, you know what I'm saying, then you should expect some scandalous shit. You see what I'm saying?
Good doctor, but what if you don't really know that person? Like, listen, I mean, not to put nobody business out on here. You don't have to. There are certain situations where it's just a wham and bam, where your first encounter of a person.
Even with a wham and bam, that's the thing. Why is you know what I'm saying? Why is you laying condoms around? You know?
That's a good point. I usually flush them, but that's a good point.
Come on now. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, I only want to know the escapades that you involving yourself with, but you still got to listen to the law doctor and say you got to be even more cautious and precautious because, for one, you laying up with somebody that you know is ain't nothing but a wham and bam. So you can't be free. You can't be free balling with the condom. You got to get rid of it. You know.
Hey, man, you bust that nut sometimes, man. You know, take your places. You know, your mind just be on the next good hot meal or good hot cigarette.
I mean, just because you out here and you want to smoke it black and mild, that don't mean that you're supposed to lose your train of thought on the situation. You know, you're supposed to be able to keep, your thoughts on point now.
Absolutely.
It's called staying in pocket. Now you out of pocket for that. You out of pocket for that.
You know? No baconator and black and mild. Stay on pocket.
No, hell no. No 8-piece either.
Right, please not the 8-piece. Hey, with the two sides too. God damn.
I don't even see how you fucking on a full stomach like that. Yeah,
well, it's after. You know, you burn a lot of carbs and calories. It's after.
Oh, okay. Wipe your ass and go take a shower. But as far as a man taking off a condom, I mean, without consent. Now, I'm gonna say it's jail time permitted if that man is passing on that hot package. You know, that hot sausage. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then something wrong. You know. But if he just trying to take it off, and if he ain't man enough to deal with the consequences that lay behind it, because hell, she could be giving out, a hot fish plate.
Right.
You thinking you finna
sounds.
You think you finna fish? No. This ain't the fish plate you want. This ain't the church community fish plate.
Oh, they be so good.
No. This is the Catfish One fish plate. This is the fish market over there down in the quarters. Goddamn fish plate. You don't want that. Yeah, it's gonna be around there smelling like the lagoon, you know what I'm saying? And I know some boo-boo stores, but that's a different story, so you don't want to do that.
We don't want that. No, sir.
So it's just all about being responsible. They say drink responsible, they should have a commercial that say fuck responsible.
Amen to that, good doctor. Amen to that.
You
got to wipe your ass before you want to toss. I heard that.
I don't know about none of that. You the only nice nigga on here with that shit, but yeah.
But I thank you for answering my question, good doctor.
Oh,
any other patients, and doctors have any answers for this question as well? If not, we can go along.
For me or whatever, like I was just looking at it. I didn't know, like you said, both of them were like freaking like laws. I knew about the condom one, and I knew like that one was like the whole situation with that was it's not. They was talking about if you and the other one like consented, like y'all gonna have protection, and then like you pull a okey doke. That's what that was more forcing on the other one. I just feel like that shit just that's the lunatics right there, man. Why you trying to hammer brother up like that? That's crazy because that's fucking your life up and their life up. So that's that other one, that second one dicey. So I was saying the first one. Yeah. For me.
Spoken like a real true community activist. I appreciate that. But on that note, Juan, you got anything you want to bring to the table, or y'all got any more questions?
No, I ain't got
It's gonna rain, so it's just gonna rain, basically. All right, cool. Y'all, any more questions?
I believe it's on Brother Marley. Don't Brother Marley got a Pretty Pimp got a question?
Right.
Petty pimping. You got a question?
Oh no, brother. That was I don't have any questions for this segment. That was
I think, but you know what? I apologize to you. I think sound on the good doctor, man. You got quite a few questions. You want?
Well, yeah. Let's get into this. Let's get into this game. Yeah. Welcome to the game I call "What Would You Do?" So let's jump into this. Let's tell you how this works. I'm gonna give y'all some questions, right?
Right.
And first off, we got to hear y'all responses to how do you handle this situation. And me being a love doctor, I'm gonna let you know if you handle it in the right way. Is you handling it on the pimping side or is you going out on the simping side?
Okay.
Now after we do this, oh, you think you're gonna win? You think you got what it takes?
Third love, doctor.
Okay. Tender dick ass nigga, you might win. All right, so here we go. Start off with this question since we got a confident contestant in here. Brother Juan, I'm gonna ask you the first question. How do you handle this situation? What would you do if your best friend snitch on you, showing you cheating and showing your girl video proof of you actually in the act of cheating? How do you handle that situation?
You get the video.
Hey, that's a hard one to start off with, little doctor.
What you mean? No. You just said you was the $1 million candidate.
Absolutely right. That's what the fuck I said. Look, you know what I mean? I would tell my girl, very simple, especially now about the climate and shit. Tell her anyway, we was, poly anyway. Like it ain't anything to where I'm committed to you anyway, baby. You know what I mean? I'm committed to you to a certain extent, but I can still have my fun here and there with these other chicks. You know what I mean? So don't trip, baby. You know what I mean? And hey, I'm still taking care of the house, right? Hey, the house is still paid, right? Hey, the lights are still on, right, boo? You know what I mean? So let me do what I do. Point blank.
So just so we clear, you're not sleeping on my fucking couch.
So you going to sugar daddy route. I see you.
I'm telling her we
going to sugar daddy route.
No, I'm staying there. We poly, so don't trip. The house, the food, everything is in the house taken care of. Then don't trip if I'm doing what I'm doing because we poly.
Let the little doctor intervene for a minute. I just have one question for Brother Juan. What does you slinging freezing me have anything to do with goddamn groceries in the house?
I'm saying we polyamorous, bro. Polyamorous, right? Which means I can do whatever I want.
So y'all in a polygamous relationship, right?
Yeah. This is fantasy question. That's how.
Yeah. See, you adding on stipulation. See. Let me tell you.
In real life.
Hold on, Petty. Hold on, Petty. Hold on, Petty. Let me say this. Hold on. So what you're not gonna do on what would you do is create your own narratives. I said your girlfriend and your best friend. I didn't say nothing about a polygamous situation. You see what I'm saying?
First of all, I ain't hear girlfriend and best friend. I just heard your girlfriend, right?
I said, okay. Since you got selective hearing, we're gonna move on to the next contestant. Contestant number 2, step up to the
Hey,
plate.
did I win that though? Like,
Hell no. And can I get an ant, Marley?
Win that though?
I would say, I don't know, man. Shit. I mean, I don't know, put myself in that situation, but if it's just this game, what would you do? Only thing I could do is beg like Keith Sweat, man. I'm taking the simp route, man. Baby,
can I get a double ant on this fella here?
I mean, shit.
Thank you. Brother Marley, do you, Patty Pimpin, do you care to step up to the plate?
He gonna fuck it up too. Shit, watch.
And Love Doctor, this is a very tough question, especially knowing that
Right.
I don't see this well for anybody. Question fellow pimp. Feel like it's gonna be a lot of ass whoopings hung out, and a lot of pain and suffering going there. That's all I can say, Petty Pimp.
God damn. Let me tell y'all what you probably should have did. Number one, you don't beg. You never beg. You don't do it. We don't do the Keith Sweat. Right? This is not the Sweat Hotel. This is the Love Connection over here. First of all.
No, like I know you better beg.
Second of all, what you do is tell her the video is old. And then she said, well, I saw the date on it. Be like, man, that man had that video from God knows how long, because the nigga accidentally walked in on the room and I was in there smashing the bra way before I met you. See, you got to go to your grave with your bearings, with your morals intact. You can't be out here. You can't be around here simping. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing, brother Petty did speak on the one thing that I didn't hear come out of neither one of y'all mouth. Your best friend, he getting his ass whooped. First and foremost, he catching them hands. First and foremost, I'm breaking my foot off in his ass as soon as I see him, wherever I see him. I'm just keeping it real. And that's how you handle that situation. You go to your grave. You never confide to no crying, begging, talking about how much you spent on the groceries last week. No, you don't do that.
That's why you the great Love Doctor, because you just shook your way out of that situation. I saw
absolutely.
Right.
Neo shit out of that one. He just bent out of that.
Come on now. The video is old. Yeah, nobody thought to say that.
I mean, we are talking with people that got, high quality 4K resolution. So, I mean, like, how old are you talking, goddammit? Hey, that's the main question. How old are we talking? Because if I see something that's up in like some 1080p and coming compared to a 4K, then I can tell how old. You know what I mean?
Listen. Phones do get bought, right? Absolutely. So that means the upgrading of that phone goes as the years goes, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you send old emails, right, won't they seem a little clearer if you get a new phone?
Yeah, but you.
So wait. So the same don't that apply? Don't that apply to even some videos? Don't that apply to some videos as well?
I guess not really, but yes. It depending on your phone. I'm saying if you saying the dude.
No. Contestant number one, you had your shot. You blew it. Shut up. Moving on. All right. I'm here to Mr. I'm gonna win it. Mr. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Fear is not a factor for him. Mr. Wanda Dunn. I got another question. You ready for this?
All right.
What would you do if you catch your girl in the act of getting donkey fucked? Go ahead.
Fatality.
It's all I can say. Damn, I guess it's that gut wrenching. Brother Juan didn't have a reply for it, but
damn, Juan.
I'll kick it off.
Go ahead.
The other question, but it's simple. Go to my car. Unlock it. Go to
Hey,
the
my
back
thought
seat.
about that, guys.
No, you fine. Go to the back
It's
seat.
all right. Hold on. He answering the question. One, did you hear the question? The question was, and I'm gonna let Vaughn go. What would you do if you caught your girl in the act of getting donkey fucked? It's one particular thing I got to hear to make me feel like this question is answered correctly. But go ahead, Vaughn, go ahead. Now, what you were saying?
Go to my back seat. Get my work gloves. Gladly come back into the place of premises. Proceed to whoop his ass. Grab my shit. And tell the bitch I'm gone.
So you gonna grab that Glad trash bag, you gonna gather up your things, and you just gonna leave.
What the fuck? Boy, I whooped the nigga ass. I mean,
okay.
If he feel this comfortable come to my place where we live and lay our head and do that, somebody had to give him permission, right?
Right. I mean, hey, you handle that. I give you a slight point for that. I give you a slight point. And as far as that first question, I gave Brother Marley a slight point. I give you a slight point for that because you leaving peacefully and you did handle your business with the guy, but it's kind of like, you ever heard the saying, hate the player, don't hate the game.
I've heard that said, but I'm still gonna whoop his ass. I whoop his ass. It's his ass.
Okay. You got to get your Al B. Sure on. Yeah, I just see it now.
Okay. I'm going to jail. Don't whoop his ass. Get shit dipped. Pew. It's that
Okay, Brother Marley, Brother Pimpin, Petty, how did you handle this situation?
Got my way.
With the girlfriend tip, shit, I would just say touche, because I'm pretty sure I was doing worse shit at that time and point. So I'm like, bitch, you got this one. Hey, I'm doing this one.
And that's why he's petty.
That community activism, boy, I tell you. Brother Juan, if you back, how do you handle this situation?
Can I get the question one more time, Love Doctor?
You getting a -0 for that. But if you catch your girl, what would you do if you catch your girl in the act of getting donkey fucked?
Okay.
What would you do?
That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking, because it's dependent on if it's my place or if it's just up at her shit. If I'm hitting her shit, pop up on her, she fucking somebody, I'm taking off. I mean, why the fuck am I gonna beat the dude up? Shit, it ain't his fault that he got some good
right.
pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if we in my shit, then we got a problem. You know what I mean? If we in what I pay for, then I'll quickly go on and get my motherfucking 40, put it to his head. I ain't trying to whip his ass because once again, it's pussy. But I'm trying to control you now. You know what I mean? Because you in my shit. So if you trying to, get a little hostile with me, then I still got the upper hand with the gun. So bam, gun to him. And I'm telling the bitch, hey, baby, you did what you did. Just grab your shit, get the fuck out of my place, and make sure it's your shit as well. Everything I put my money on, everything that I put my cash in, you know what I mean? It ain't yours, bitch. You know what I mean? So even if it's that damn watch or that necklace or that shirt or them panties that is supposed to be a secret, that's mine. I put my money on. Take every goddamn thing off and get your goddamn ass out. You know what I mean? Point blank.
I'm gonna give everybody a point on this round. Now, what the Love Doctor was waiting on to hear from one of y'all. What does every pimp do when his hoe get out of pocket?
Slap
that bitch. You gotta smack that bitch. You gotta let that bitch know. Oh hell no! You disrespecting the pimp. One bitch, two, three. You know what I'm saying? Smack a bitch. Smack that bitch at least one time. Yes, I'm not condoning hitting women, but I do condone smacking bitches. Yes, sir, I said it. So therefore, I'm letting it be known. If she want to disrespect, she want to go to the length of disrespecting a pimp, you ain't got to pull out no pistol to get your point across. Now, only way you pull one out is if, you know what I'm saying, that little scary ass motherfucker she with pull one out. But other than that, you ain't got to put your hands on. You wait a minute. And especially he don't know about me. I'm like, hey, bro, I know you know you was in here enjoying yourself, but you time up, it's time to go. Hey, you come here for a minute. Yes, Dad. Pow! I'm smacking the bitch one good time. I'm letting it be known, bitch. You got a pimp fucked up in this bitch. You know? So yeah, man. I was just waiting on somebody to say it, but yeah, I forgot we dealing with gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Here we go.
How you doing?
The final question. Y'all ready?
Go for it.
I'm gonna let Petty Pimpin go first. Here it is. What would you do if you walked in on your mama giving dome to your worst enemy? Oh my
God. Once again, brother, I mean, I keep give a fuck if
Take your time, brother. I know it's very stressful.
I don't have that much to give a fuck there, but I like when you asked this question, I seen this question, shit. I can think of somebody that I hated that much. You would be my worst enemy. Who the fuck am I? So I couldn't even give you a good answer for that one because I couldn't even get past that point.
Oh, I got your answer.
I don't
Hold on, brother Mother, can you give yourself a for a minute?
I can totally do that one.
Yeah, okay. Vaughn sound like he's enthused. Vaughn, answer the question.
Okay. First off, I'm with Marlon. I don't have anybody that would, I consider worst enemy, but for the sake of the game show, this is how I would play this. If I came to my mother's place of residence and she was giving down my worst enemy, hypothetically speaking, I'm gonna kill him. I'm going to my car again. This time I'm going to get the Mossberg. I'm going to kill him, and I'm going to stage as if it was a break-in. Now I'm going to say this is how we're going to do this. We're going to stage this break-in, but at the same time, we stage this break-in, she crying and hysterical. I'm just you had his face in disgust, like, motherfucker. All the time you told me not to fuck in this house, and look at your nasty ass. All right, look, gonna wrap this nigga up.
Oh my God.
We're gonna put this nigga in a Corolla. We're gonna drive somewhere, dump this motherfucker, and I'm gonna have to somehow build a MIB eraser machine thing, like they scan your brain and shit. Hit her with that shit real quick, drop her senile ass back off, you know what I'm saying? Put on Lifetime, you know what I'm saying? And she'll like nothing ever happened. It's simple. I know it don't sound simple the way I described it, but it's quite simple. You know what I'm saying? They say when the human body is in facing great dire situations, it can do a great thing. It's not a great dire situation for me, but I'm light skinned, so I'll be very angry, very upset. So I'll be doing some amazing shit. So that's how I answer that.
Oh my God. I partially agree with what you said, but okay. Mr. Albee, I don't know about that. Brother Juan, I know you are a major kitty baby, so how are you gonna handle this situation?
I ain't got nothing up on that one.
Mama, no!
You ain't got nothing?
You ain't got nothing on that one.
You just gonna walk out?
To the question, the person I hate, would probably be I ain't got nothing up on that one.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what the love doctor would do. Personally, the love doctor, what he would do is he would do nothing. He would, let them finish, let them do whatever. Let her, mama gotta have a life too, let her do her thing. And I'm gonna let like maybe a week, maybe a day pass. And then I'm gonna ask my mama, like, when the last time you seen such and such? And she gonna like, he ain't hit me back, he ain't called me. And then I'm just gonna walk off with a devilish smile. Cause I put a bag on that nigga head. He's out of here, nigga. That nigga is gone, nigga. That nigga is erased. That nigga is done. I ain't gonna get my hands dirty and be on W-Damn, but that nigga sure getting the fuck about this earth. Oh, he gone. He done. He's done. He's done. Stick a fork in him. That bitch is done. As soon, I'm talking about, the bag is done. Within them next 24 hours, he won't even live to go tell nobody what he did to my mom. And if he did, I'm just gonna, when my mama find out that he deceased, I'm just gonna look at her and be like, do this shit again. Do that shit again.
You gonna look at her dead up in her eyes like, Try
I'm
it
gonna look
again.
her dead in her eyes and
Do
say,
it
"Do that
again,
shit
bro.
again.
I dare
Do
your
that
ass.
shit
I
again.
dare you.
Do that shit again."
You
Mhm.
ain't shit.
On one
And
way,
that's
man. Somebody got to go. A blood got some blood.
see,
Got to be
see,
shed.
see,
You
see.
know?
Von was doing too much work. He trying to go get the lime. He trying to go dig the grave. He trying to go get the tombstone. He trying to do the tombstone pile driver, choke slam. I ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get my hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? I'm the love doctor. You know, I got other resources for that. So therefore, you know, won't be no WWF over here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Oh shit! Yeah,
man
the
said,
Just
fuck that
tombstone.
shit.
you know. Now, with all that being said, this is how this game ends. Okay, out of all those situations, good gentlemen, which one do you honestly think that you could actually live to actually prefer to go through?
I would go mama. I'll go with the mama situation. I can't deal with that one.
Marley, you ain't shit.
Yeah, hell nah, nigga. Fuck that. My girl being donkey fuck. Don't get me wrong. Like it's all hypothetical, but my mama is my mama. My girl, you know what I'm saying? Like Lord
She
will
ain't
say
promised to
same.
always be there.
Yeah, there you go. Like then the face my worst enemy. My worst enemy. I don't know this nigga from nothing. I'm just gonna whoop his ass. My worst enemy. Oh, he got some blood. Must be shit.
Once again, this nigga is tombstone pile driving. Go ahead, off the top rope.
Yeah, damn right. That's just me. I can live with my girl. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But my mama, oh no, I can't live with that.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm on the
Brother
same
one,
shit.
which one you living with?
I'm on the same shit, man.
I
know.
disagree with each and every one of y'all. Y'all niggas are not thinking like pimps. Because a true pimp, he gonna be the one that get the pussy and lie about it and live to tell another day. What's so bad about you getting some pussy and lying about it, nigga? What's so bad? Your mama ain't getting fucked. Your girl ain't getting fucked. And if your girl ain't your girl no more, guess what you live to do? Fuck the bitch that you just got through lying about that you fucked in the video. You niggas is not pimping, bro. You niggas is not pimping.
I'm a
Niggas is not
gentleman,
pimping.
sir. Thank you.
Man, that's your problem right there. You WWE ass nigga. You too goddamn gentle, man.
That's why you do love Dr. Seven. Another great 7 there.
I'm just saying. Thank you, Petty. Thank you, Petty. God damn it. I'm like, this is easy. I knew y'all was gonna go over there because y'all can't get over the donkey fucking, you know. But hey, I digress. I digress. Goddamn.
Stop me.
All right.
Stop.
On that note, that concludes the love connection. And yeah, man, y'all keep it pimping, cause pimping is pimping. Yes, sir. Uh, we've moved to the next segue, ladies and gentlemen. It's called "Get It Off Your Chest" / Black History Awareness. Without further ado, which one of y'all want to go first on y'all esteem?
I said I would like to. Real quick shout out to Mr. Otis Borkin. He's basically responsible for inventing the wire resetter used in electronic appliances in 1959 and still adapts of it today. Boykin never made it into graduation because he couldn't afford tuition. Instead, Boykin, went to work as an inventor. In 1959, he received his first patent for the wire resetter that allowed a precise amount of electricity to flow to a component. He created an even better resetter that could be manufactured inexpensively with withstand extreme temperature changes and shock 2 years later in 1969. So just give him his shout out, his just dues, Mr. Otis Borkin.
Okay.
Hey, yo, Von, whenever
Yo.
you talk about your shit, I need you to do like talk as if you ain't actually reading from your Google next time, okay?
Well, you ain't gonna like mine. You ain't gonna like mine.
Okay, well, my fault, bro.
Cause I'm gonna be reading from YouTube. Is that better? But here we go. I would like to send a special shout out to Mrs. Sylvia Robinson. Yes, I said it, Mrs. Sylvia Robinson. And now let me intrigue y'all on a little background about this woman. The first ever rap song produced was Rapper's Delight, right? And in the summer of 1969, right?
Oh yeah, Sugar Hill.
3 Bronx rappers named Sugar Hill Gang recorded it, and it was produced by the Sugar Hill Records, right? Now, let me tell you the importance of Miss Sylvia Robinson, who, by the way, was an R&B artist who also had a modest hit back in the day. She had a couple hits, but the one that stood out was called Pillow Talk. You know, for the time that it came out, it was very provocative for its time. You know, you had a lot of of suggestive moaning in the song, and it sounded very, very, different than what the usual would sound. But that's another story, Miss Sylvia Robinson. But here it is. Brother Warren, you might want to mute because I'm finna read. Here it is. Sylvia Robinson. She's the CEO and the founder of Sugar Hill Records and the producer of Rapper's Delight, and a little later, The Message, which is by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five in 1982. And what is the message? You better know the song I'm talking about. As many times back in the day, we used to say it. And this is going to determine whether you are not biased from 1991.
Absolutely biased.
One to done. The Message. I'm going to give you a clue. A child is born with no state of mind. What is the King Cut bar that we always say when we get on the phone?
I forget.
Oh, fuck you, Juan. You ain't forget.
I forget.
Juan, you piece of bitch, you. It's like a jungle. Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Come on, man.
1982. Okay, it is said that Melly Mel did not want to record the 7-minute rap song that they shared the brutal honesty of social issues in the city, at the time. But she insisted on them recording that song because she said after hearing it, it was going to be a mega hit. So thank God for Miss Sylvia Robinson, because without her and her believing in the Sugar Hill Gang and the Furious Five, who knows where rap would be right now? We're talking about the first couple hits to ever exist in this so-called thing called hip hop,
And
so
if I could, I'd cut you off, man. Just to me, arguably the greatest rap verse, the last verse by Melly Mel on that song. Just my honest opinion. That's me. That's just me.
Oh yeah, I agree. Listen, that is the most important song in hip hop history.
Come on,
but because it is the depiction of everything that we continuously see from decade to decade, to generation to generation. So it's a timeless classic that started the wave, and it started the trend of what was to become. It just elevated over time. You don't have the Nas's, the Rakims, the 50 Cents, the Tupacs, the Dre's, the Snoops without Melly Mel and the Furious Five. Grandmaster Flash, excuse me.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted to throw some shout out to Miss Sylvia Robinson, because without her, man, and her believing in these groups, we might not have hip hop the way we have it today.
Yeah, man. So, I'll go ahead and finish off the list of readers, I guess, since one is gonna be off the dome. Mine's come from Richard Spikes. Back on this day in history in 1932, he created automatic gear shift. So he invented it and patented it on this day on 28 February. So yeah, that's my guy. And then just my get off the chest moment is just a lot of craziness going on in the world, man. Whole war and everything taking place right now that we're getting a chance to actually see, which is craziness. But my only off take on it was the craziness that we got $350 million, to send for weapons to help fight, which I understand is for freedom for another country, whatever, but we don't have no money to give water, get clean water for Flint or for either in our neck of the woods, Jackson, Mississippi, that area, to have, so these people ain't boiling their waters or getting bottled water, but we got 50 million to shoot off to that. So that's just crazy. That was
correct. We ain't got enough money for another stimulus check, you bitch. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Juan.
Absolutely. I think up on mine, I'm just gonna be quick and simple. I'm gonna go with Kevin Cohey, man. And plus also, I wasn't saying that it's not like y'all reading off the fucking Google. I was just saying he was talking like he was specifically saying word for word for it, And that's all I was saying. But anyway,
But he got bad. He bad with like lyrics, so he would make sure you got him right.
That is true. That is true. A boy will fuck up a hot
fuck
chick
all
too.
y'all. One go on goddamn get
I'm,
off the
I'm gonna go with my boy Kevin Cohey, man. He is a chairman and a CEO of One United Bank. You know what I mean? He is a person that created, the black-owned internet, like Bank of America type shit, like a real internet banking type of system or whatever. And I was just trying to go on and shout him out because he is good people, and it ain't just like some old shit. Like it's kind of newer type of thing. So yeah.
Anybody, everybody's good.
Oh yeah, I said what I need to say, man. I'm good.
Okay, well,
Hey, if we want to talk about the end though, about getting off your chest, I want to say, man, Gorilla Fat, bro, like we actually try to give you a couple of chances, fam. Like we actually cared about you, but
oh my God.
that damn envelope is expedited now, fam. I ain't gonna even lie to you, fam.
I got something I want to get off my chest. This is something that I should have said centuries ago. Subliminal, here it comes. Y'all ever just experience being around people and you notice they change when they're around other people and they just get the simping harder than they ever simped in their life? Have y'all ever experienced that?
Oh, great.
I actually got two loved ones that I want to address with this situation. I'm talking to Von the Villain and Wanda Don, two of the biggest goddamn simps I ever seen in my goddamn life. Let me ask y'all. No. Let me tell y'all something. Fuck this. Okay. Be your goddamn self. Just because you around somebody else don't mean that you gotta go take their side and get the sniffing ass. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. Yesterday with you, I'm on the game. This motherfucker, everything they agree to, he just over here just talking cash money shit. I said, look at this ass sniffing motherfucker right here.
They talking about you losing. Was you not getting killed?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Hold on. I ain't tripping about that. I'm just saying, it's just when you're in the presence of the sniffing and the snuffing, you can just sense it. You just be like, wait a minute. He doing a little too much than what he usually do, And I just want to throw that out there. And then Von the Villain, this should have been said to you years ago, but this old. This about an old situation, when you were singing Johnny Gill.
Oh, yeah.
Stop that shit. Just because you're around a woman, all of a sudden you want to complain. You want to say certain things, or I got to be the butt of jokes. Hold on, you motherfucker. You don't want to do that with me, because you know. See, let me tell you something Warren said, and I'm going to go after this. Warren said something that was kind of on point, but it was off point. He said, man, if we inside the NBA, he said, well, I'm Shaq, Vaughn is Ernie. He said Marley is underdog.
Ain't that about him?
And he say Fat is Charles Barkley and I'm Kenny. Anybody on this panel that ever done heard I'm Just Saying 48? Let's get this understood right now. Who was Charles Barkley on this show?
What?
Hell no, it's me. I'm fucking Charles Barkley. I talk the most shit on this goddamn platform than anybody. This man said Fat. Half the time, Fat don't even know where he at. Shout out to brother Fat. I'm just keeping it real. One is goddamn Shaquille O'Neal, physically and
yeah. I mean, of course, that's a given.
Come on now. G's got it. Come on now. Anyway, I just would like to say those few little things and just get that off my chest, nigga. Gonna put me as Kenny the Jet Smith. How am I Kenny?
And just off of that, I have to add on to a little extra. I have no problem being a simp for telling the truth. Not my fault that people can't complete the task at hand, can't do the assignments that need to be done. So yeah, I will
Listen,
be a simp for telling the truth.
there's nothing
That is
wrong.
my
There's
fault.
nothing wrong with
I
telling
have
the
a problem
truth.
with telling the
It's
truth.
just,
I'm sorry.
when dick riding is not healthy because it ain't no dicks over there. You coochie eating. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy. It's not healthy in general. But I'm just saying though.
When you just telling facts, it's a difference between.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know.
Coochie riding.
It's hard. And that's the beautiful thing. You know you the big brother when the little brother getting his feelings. When a little brother getting his feelings, that you can't critique him without him feeling some way. You know. Morris Day. Not right now. Okay. On that note, like, share, comment, and subscribe to all platforms because we everywhere, baby. Everywhere. It's doodle, baby. All right. And we ready to get out this thing.
And on that
note,
leave
it with this.
I'm gonna leave it with Gorilla Fat, man. Hey, yo, we miss you.
Hey, the man one trying to get your ass up out of here. Don't believe that.
Right. He want to get you up out of here. He call you Charles Barkley. Then he want to do.
See, back, man. We miss you, fam.
Don't you believe him?
Nigga so wishy-washy. I ain't gonna critique him though, because he gonna talk about me. You know he getting his feeling. Here we go.
On that note, I like to say
tough times don't last, but tough people do. We are the fam. I'm just saying 48. It's been another legendary episode, and we're gonna holler at you next week. We up there. Yes, sir.
Slide off your red dress.
Seven at its finest.